Assalamu alaikum, brothers and sisters. Salman Rahim here. Welcome. Master of the Covenant, breaker of the seven seals. I'll say a few things here, brothers and sisters. Short little presentation here. Thought pressure. Brothers and sisters, we exist. If you're hearing this, you're feeling this, you're seeing this, that means you exist. But do you know why you exist? You know how you exist? Do anything about your existence? See, these are things that you must know, but you don't know, and you rely on religion to provide the information for you. But religions are philosophies because they don't know either. They're guessing. But they tell you that these are facts. That, oh, well, it's because of Jesus, it's because of Shiva, it's because of Buddha, right? So forth and so on. And they got all kinds of real, how we got here, like Adam and Eve and stories like that. Things that you cannot prove and things that don't hold up under scrutiny, because in Adam and Eve story, right, well, according to the people that taught us it, or Adam and Eve was white. So then the question is, well, how did we become black? And therein lies the problem, because they won't tell you, but what they've been telling their children for thousands, hundreds of years, right, that we were cursed black. See, so you get all these crazy things, and our people don't ask these questions, and they take anything for an answer, and so therefore they get anything for an answer. See, like I said, if you buy shit, they will sell you shit, and we buy it. See, they force on us, now we buy it willingly. They force shitlings on us, now we buy it willingly, chitlings. See, we've been programmed. We've been turned into Negro butts. We ask no questions, accept anything as an answer. Well, we don't ask any questions, we don't get an answer. But we accept anything they tell us, no questions, right? No challenges. And we should know by now, they're open enemy. I mean, what else can they do to us to prove that they're not our enemy? Or in other words, what can they show to us to prove that they are the enemy? I mean, they've done everything else. What can they do more than any enemy could possibly have done? And we still don't accept them as an enemy. We're in love with them, we pray with them, we marry them. See? And then you got all these people out here, they pretend they're imams and preachers and priests and carrying on, right? Monks. And the most fundamental thing in the universe is action has an opposite equal reaction. Every action has an opposite equal reaction, which means force. That's the most fundamental principle of the universe. And I know you hear Farrakhan say, well, the most fundamental principle is motion. No. Motion, not really. Because motion is an action, but you need a reaction. And motion without a reaction is nothing. Motion without a reaction is nothing. Just move along, right? If the universe was just like a cloud, just move along, right? Nothing would happen. Has to be a reaction. Without a reaction, there's nothing. Every action has an opposite reaction. Without force, there's nothing. See? And you have to understand, thought is force. Thought is force. You say, oh, where you get thought is force? How do you move your hand? First of all, can anything move without force? Don't give me this spiritual stuff. Well, Jesus in there, and anything move without force. You don't know that, right? Because all this creation, everything in this creation has force. Everything in this creation is a result of force. Everything. Show me something that's not. The electricity, magnetism, right? Sunlight, photons. So that's the most fundamental principle of the universe, force. Without nothing happens. That's what happened, right? That's a verb, right? Have something happen, and that's what a force is, a verb. It makes something happen. Force makes something happen. And thought is Pressure. Thought is force. Because what is pressure? Pressure is force. Pressure is force. Pressure is force. That's the same thing. It's just force spread out. That's all it is. If you take a broomstick made of solid iron that's weighed 1,000 pounds and stand it upright on the floor, it probably crash through the floor because all that force is put on one spot. But if you lay it down, now it's become pressure because it's spread out. Same broomstick, it just you convert it from pressure to force by spreading it out. So now it's spread over across the floor, so now the floor probably can handle it because you got more of the force to deal with it. So understand, so that's the only thing you can move. The only way you can move, you have to have force. So thought has to be force because how you move with your thought. It takes thought to move, so thought is force. Means thought is pressure. How you express yourself? Through words. Where's words? Pressure. Pressure waves. Right? We live in a pressure environment. See? Your heart is a pump. Lungs, all that's pressure. Everything, your reproductive system, all pressure. Everything about you is pressure. Even sight, that's pressure. Photons. But these clowns that claim they know, they don't know this. This is something basic they couldn't tell you. If you asked them what a story, they couldn't tell you. See? And Islam is mathematics, and mathematics is Islam. Because that's what Islam truly, in its truest form, in its profound form, is mathematics. That stuff they call Sunnism is not it's not Islam. That's why it says Allah gave that Islam as a religion. Gave to him his religion form. See? That's not the true math. That's not the true Islam. True Islam is mathematics, and there's no mathematics involved in Sunnism. You cannot go and talk logic or math to these people because they don't want to hear it. See, they got ideas about certain things, and it doesn't make any sense, but it's dogma. It's not mathematics. So if these people are mathematics, if they claim to know Islam, how can they know mathematics? How can they know this basic principle right here? And it's by thought we make things happen. Because thought is force. That's how you make things happen with force. When you no longer have thought, you can't move anymore because you have no force. When you're dead, you have no force. When you're dead, you have no force. See? No more pressure. See? So in your life, you have thought, and thought forces things that happen. It's action that causes reaction. You see all this technology, everything you see around, it's a reaction of your thought. And the more powerful your thought is, the greater the concepts that you could generate because of those thoughts. The more complex, more powerful your thoughts are, the more powerful the concepts that you can present. See? And the more effect you have on your reality. Now, why am I saying these things? See, because hold on, brothers and sisters, for a second. 1 second here. Okay, brothers and sisters. Again, the reason I'm talking about this is because we got a lot of pretenders, a lot of fakes around, doing anything, telling you philosophies as though they were facts, theories, as though they were facts and confusing you. And they claim no Islam. They claim that Islam is mathematics. At least if you call yourself follow Elijah Muhammad, you're claiming Islam is mathematics. Mathematics, Islam is you know no mathematics. And you can't express Islam in a mathematical way. That means you don't know it. You don't know it. I challenge anyone to put Islamic concepts in a mathematical way. I'm not talking about numerology. That's not mathematics. If you think that's mathematics, boy, woo, are you really ignorant? See? So you need to put it in a mathematical way. And I just told you what thought is. And thought is the base of everything. Because everything you see came out of someone's thoughts. If you want to say God or whoever, came out of someone's thoughts. What did it tell you? He said the beginning was the Word. Where's Word? Word is force. Word is pressure. Your words are pressure, pressure waves. So the beginning was pressure, the beginning was force. It tells you that right there. So that helps you understand where we are right now, because for the last 500 years, the KV, what you call the Europeans, they had the most powerful thought pressure, thought force. Because we were suffering energy deprivation, so I thought power was diminished. I thought force was diminished below theirs. So they had the power to rule because their thought pressure was greater. There was a grace on the planet. And greater force overwhelms lesser force. Greater force overwhelms lesser force. Greater force overwhelms, controls lesser force. Period. There's no exception to that. So their thoughts, their ideas was greater than anyone else's ideas, so they ruled. But they only had a brief period until energy deprivation was over, and I thought our energy deprivation problem, because energy deprivation means we had less energy to generate powerful thoughts. In other words, the energy we had was not enough to generate thoughts more greater than theirs. Our energy levels were low. Because you need energy, right, to think. So energy levels was lower than theirs. See? We all had, let me correct that. We all had the same amount of energy, but we needed more energy to maintain ourselves. They needed less energy to maintain themselves. That means they had more energy for thought. See? Because all our functions, all our organs need energy, not just the brain. See? But they had enough energy to maintain all their organs, everything, and so that means they had, because they was like a stripped down version of us. See? So like if you have, it costs much more, take much more energy to maintain a Lamborghini than it takes a Volkswagen Beetle. See? So they had plenty of energy, right? Energy overflowing. We had a deficit of energy. See? And so our body had to distribute it, and so it was less for our brain. So their brain power was greater than ours during that period of time. But now when the universe starts contracting and energy starts coming back in the form of waves every 50 years, starting in the 1860s, right? Then our energy level starts, thought pressure level, right, starts rising. And then it rose up to nearly a level of theirs in 1948. See? Now it's exceeding theirs. And that's what happened. The world is changing now because a new power, a new pressure, force of pressure is on the scene that's greater than theirs. That's greater than theirs. See? And the breaking of 7 seals proves it because they didn't have enough thought pressure to break those seals. And then someone came along that could. That means that's evidence because they're like, it's like a gym. And you have people, oh, they can't handle, they can't lift these weights. Then someone come in that can lift the weights. That means they're stronger. So thought pressure is greater. See? And that's what angel does. It forces you to use energy to strengthen your brain. That means it increases your thought pressure. See? And so it becomes greater than theirs. And so it vanquishes theirs. Greater pressure vanquishes lower pressure. Greater pressure overwhelms lower pressure. That's just a fact of life. And that's what's happening now. So now they don't have the ability, right, to go any further with their thought pressure. They went as high as they could. But now we have exceeded theirs. And so now theirs is being crushed. That's why I see there's confusion. There's economic confusion, there's military confusion, there's political confusion. Because what happened when the pressure is greater, external pressure is greater than internal pressure, right? It's the internal pressure starts imploding, starts being crushed. Because there's confusion, right? See? Because you don't know what to do. All these things happen, you don't know how to handle them. See, for 500 years, they could handle them. Everything came their way, they could handle it. But now they can't. And that's what we see happening, brothers and sisters. And so our people are rising. That it's taking a time, wow, because we're programmed and everything else, right? And now we suffer energy deprivation because they teaching you to use your energy in frivolous ways instead of using it for thought. Watching NBA, NFL, all this kind of stuff instead of sticking, studying, thinking, and strengthening your brain and learn AL-INJIL, right? Then, because that's how they keep you under control. Because if they can get you to not use your brain power, they keep it lower than theirs, they can keep ruling you. And that's the trick right now, to get you to not focus on, not using, to misuse your energy. You frivolously use it. All the kind of junk they have you doing, all kinds of distractions and things. But when you start doing that, and you start focusing, start asking questions, and ask for proof, and start thinking things through, right? And start and start studying, and start thinking, you overwhelm them immediately. Because there's a few of us already studying and just already overwhelming them. Because they're doing everything they can to try to stop, but they can't stop it. See? Because we're wiser than them. Because our thought pressure is greater than theirs. See? There's nothing they can do to overcome that. And it's getting worse and worse for them every day. They get more confusion now, they're fighting with each other. And pretty soon, like I said, we're in the spring thaw. Pretty soon, all the winter, that's them, be gone. And you'll be thawed out. So I need you to understand that, brothers and sisters. Don't listen to these people out here, talking. They don't ask them. Show me. Like what movie thing said a long time ago. Some of you too young for that. Show me the beef. If you know Islam, show me the mathematics behind it. Show me the mathematics behind it. If you don't, then shut the hell up. Show me the mathematics behind it if you know it. See? Explain me what thought is. How thought affects things. What makes your body move? Is it thought or some mystical God somewhere? It's very simple, brothers and sisters. Who has superior thought, has the most power, and is the wisest. If you want to rise up, start exercising this. See? And you'll be one of the elect. You'll be one of the ones sitting on the thrones when we get to the hereafter. See? We'll have different degrees of people, but it won't be based on money, based on your righteousness. It's just like if you're in a fight, it ain't based on money, it's who's the best fighter. But our world will be a world of mentality, of brain power. That's where their world is based on money and capitalism, all that kind of stuff, economics. Our world will be on mental brain power. And who has the most brain power is going to rule. They're going to be above everyone else. Not that we're going to put anybody down because we're one body. But if you want to be part of the brain, then start being a brain. Be part of the brain cells, then start being a brain cell. Start studying and get that brain going. See? Then the words come out your mouth be more powerful. Because those words is your pressure, your blood pressure your thought pressure coming out of your mouth. And if your thought pressure is low, then what's coming out of your mouth is gonna be low. It ain't gonna affect anybody. Nobody's gonna pay attention to it. Say, but they ain't paying attention to you. Yes, you are, because you're listening right now, ain't you? You paying attention, it's affecting you. But you gotta understand vectors. See? So it affect you little by little. Eventually you're gonna have a full revolution. It's turning you, right? See? Turn slowly, slowly, slowly. Keep hitting you with this pressure, and it's moving you and moving you. Eventually, pretty soon you're gonna make a full revolution. And right, 180 degrees, right back here to get more. See? So we know what's happening. Because pressure, pressure is unyielding. Greater pressure is unyielding. Lesser pressure will yield to it. There's nothing you can do about it. And you're going to yield to. That's why it says every knee will bow, every tongue will confess. You will yield to this pressure. You have no choice. Just like we yielded to their pressure. We thought we were superior to them, but we yielded their pressure once their pressure became greater than ours. We yielded to it. We submitted to it. We was abused by it. We was totally under control of it for nearly 500 years. But now that's over. It's over for those of us that are taking advantage of our natural power. It's not over for you that's being abusing it because you've been tricked into self-imposed energy deprivation and the frivolous way your power, your energy, out there with concerts and all that kind of stuff, still studying. You say you want your own rule, you want your own kingdom, you want your own country. What are you going to rule it with? The statistics from NBA? Know how many shots that Magic took? That's what you're going to rule it with? Are they ruling you with that? They giving you that to keep you quiet, pacified. That's not what they're ruling with you. They're ruling you with thought, with mathematics. That's what they ruling the world with. And they beat everybody, because everybody else, if Sunnism was a superior mathematics, Sunnis were beating them. They beating Sunnism down, because in Sunnism there's no mathematics in it. That's why that's why they're on their knees to Europeans, to Western civilization. Because if it was mathematically based, they would not be. All these religions, remember, they separated church from state. And when they did that, all the religions, every one of them, fell down. That's what you see in Revelation. They all fell down before the throne. That's Satan sitting on the throne. They all fell down. See? They all fell down. Because they wasn't realities. They was philosophies. And in the face of mathematics, they all was sit down. They all was knocked to their knees. Every one of them. Christianity, Buddhism, Judaism, Hinduism, you name it. They all could knock to their knees with the true reality, mathematics. Even though their mathematics are pedestrian, it's weak. It was stronger than their philosophy, because their philosophy had no mathematics at all. If all you know is addition, you beat the guy that don't know any mathematics at all. And that's the story, brothers and sisters. So you want to be great, you clowns out there come on, I'm with Elijah and I got Mr. Black man. Okay, you want to be great, you better get hold of some mathematics, understand your mathematics and your creation in mathematical terms, because you say Islam is mathematics Islam. So if you don't know any mathematics, I mean, you don't know Islam, I mean, you're a damn liar. You don't know shit. You're out there deceiving people, trying to make merchandise for our people, because you don't know anything. So if you can't show the mathematics that supports Islam, that means you are full of shit. You don't know nothing. You're a liar and a thief. Just like Farrakhan is. You ever see him teach any mathematics lately? You don't teach it because you don't know it. See, or he teaches philosophies, write these books, philosophies. Where's the math? I'm teaching math right now. I just told you the most fundamental lesson of math right there. That underlies everything in creation, you and everything. Pressure, force, most fundamental principle. And what underlies all that? Thought. The most fundamental, the beginning was the word. See, thought. Thought brought all this into existence. Thought brought this computer into existence. Thought brought all this what I'm in existence. No prayer didn't do it. No philosophy did it. Mathematics did it. And all these philosophies, if they're true, how come they can't bring anything to existence? Why can't Hinduism bring a Hindu car into existence? Or Buddhism bring a Buddhist fuel into existence? Because they're not real. They're philosophies. And those principles cannot bring anything to existence, nothing. You can study Hinduism all you want. You can't bring anything to existence based on the principles of Hinduism or Christianity or any of it. But you can with mathematics, because that's the true reality. All the other things just philosophies. See? So, and they're all on their knees to mathematics right now. It's inferior mathematics, but it's greater than mathematics they have, because they have none at all. There's no mathematics in Hinduism, there's none in Buddhism, there's none in Christianity, there's none in Sunnism, there's none in any of it. That's the reason why they're so fearful of Iran, because Iran is starting to embrace mathematics. See, that's why they're so fearful, because they know that's dangerous. Because if they embrace mathematics, if they combine, they connect mathematics to Shia. Woo! They know that's awesome, and they know that's why they gotta stop it. They don't want you to know mathematics. They teach you mathematics in such a way you can never understand anyway. I just had my granddaughter, and they was showing us some. I was looking when they were working. She was standing for a while, right? And I'm looking at her homework. I'm saying, what the world is this? And I'm a mathematician. I couldn't understand it. It took me a while to figure out what they was doing. I said, why are they teaching kids stuff like this? Because they're confusing them. They want them not to appreciate, want to stay away from that stuff. Man, that stuff too confusing. But let me leave with this, brothers and sisters. Just because some confusion, that's not a reason to reject it. In fact, that might be a reason to embrace it. Right? I said, well, you say Christianity is confusing. I ain't talking about that kind of confusion. I'm talking about, you go to the gym and you lift weight, you get sore. That ain't a reason to run away. That's telling your muscles are getting stronger. Right? Because some people, oh man, I'm just sore, and they run away. No, that shows you that your muscles are getting stronger. And that's what confusion is. When you study mathematics and you get confused, that means your brain is trying to understand, it's getting stronger. So you keep on until your confusion goes away, and you understand that part. You take trigonometry and you get confused, and you keep on until that's why you got trigonometry. The confusion is gone. See, they tell you, they give you all kinds of ways to be negative against yourself. They say, well, doing the same thing over and over again is a definition. Doing the same thing over and over again and is different and expect a different result is insanity. No, it's also the definition of perseverance. See? So you drop, soon as some opposition comes your way, you stop. See? So therefore you never get anywhere. See? Because that's the way things work. See? Anytime you try to move to another level, you go up the steps, you gotta apply energy. If you want to go up another step, you apply energy. You want to go down the steps, you give away energy. But you want to go up the steps, you got to apply a little energy to get up there. But then you hire everybody else down not willing to. I used to always tell my children that the people who are successful are those who are willing to do things that the people that are unsuccessful were not willing to do. So you pay the price to get there. Thought pressure, brothers and sisters. Thought is pressure. The more you study, the greater that pressure is. Then when you talk, the greater sound waves, right, that's coming out of your mouth, and the great impact you'll have on other people. See? And it works. I've been doing this for over 30-some years. And people say, why are you doing it? Nobody listens. You people are listening, saying, in effect, you see the world's changing. Okay, ask one. I'm going to leave you with this, brother and sister. Now, if you go back and study and look at things I've been talking about for the last 30 years, because a lot of information out there, especially internet stuff, that's been like about 20 years, right? But if you go back, I don't hide. I don't get rid of my archives like Farrakhan. He want to throw away the proof of all the bullshit he's been talking about over the years. Begging for money, for economic programs, no economics. I don't hide all the things I've been saying for the last 30-some years since I broke the seals in 1990. But if you go back and see my track record of anything I've been saying, right, and you see the way the world was then and the world is now, isn't the world coming to focus like I've been talking about? Or is it coming to folks like Farrakhan been talking about? Or like Jake's been talking about? Right? Or all these other clowns, black cargers, and all. Who's folks, what world is seen coming into view? Is it my world or their world? Because everything I say is coming into focus. You didn't see all this stuff happen. You didn't see COVID coming a couple of years ago. You didn't see anything of that. You didn't see all this confusion happen. You didn't see that stuff happen before. You didn't see all this stuff happen since 2020. You didn't see this stuff. You didn't see anything like that coming. And I've been talking about it for years. You didn't see JCPOA. I told you that wasn't coming back. I've been telling you all that stuff. I've been telling all these different things. And now you see these things coming in focus exactly like I'm talking about it. And now they're telling you exactly. They said the 3 hot spots in the world I've been saying for 30 years is Japan, right? Iran, and Russia. 3 hot spots in the world. That's 3 hot spots I've been talking about. And it's getting hotter and hotter every day. I told you this war is going to start It's going to ignite in the Middle East. And now I tell you, Israel, yeah, we're going to force Israel, we're going to attack Iran no matter what they do. They already publicly allocated money for it. I think $2 billion just to, Iran said, come on. I mean, I told everything I've been saying is coming into focus, it's getting clearer and clearer every day. So my reality is coming to view. My reality is coming into my vision is coming to reality. Their vision is fading fast. Farrakhan's vision is fading fast. He's gonna save America, right? He's gonna repent, and he's damn near in the grave. He may be in the grave. They may dig him out. He's probably a vampire or something, right? Dig him out at night because he's worthless. All that crap he's been talking about. Go check his track record. Do his bio. His father's the devil. Do a bio on him. Google father Percival Clark. See? So all that stuff these people are telling you, right? This is not the world they've been telling you that was supposed to be. You can't find anybody out there telling you that this world that you see right now is the world that they predicted, that the vision they saw. None of them. But if you go back to that track record, this is the exact climate, tone, and weather, and everything that I've been predicting over 30 years. And every day it's getting more clear and clearer and clearer. Because it's all mathematics, brother and sister. Thought is pressure, pressure is mathematics, pressure is force, they spread out, it's just force. And thought is force. Hope you understand, brother and sister. I said I'm keeping it short, so we'll talk about it more another time. But I just want you to understand that, brother and sisters. Hope you understand. Assalamu alaikum.